All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between WFZ and Moon taking place here on Terranistan. Over here on the top left-hand side of the map, we have WFZ spawning as the red Undead. Meanwhile, over here on the bottom right, we have Moon spawning as the blue Night Elf. Night Elf versus Undead on Terranistan 1.29. This is the version of the map. We can see an early Moonwell and an Ancient of War without an Altar of Elders, which, well, means that we will be looking at a Tavern hero in this 1v1 matchup. Meanwhile, at the other end of the map, Altar of Darkness, Crypt, and Ziggurat opening means that we should be looking at most likely ghouls, unless we are looking at some sort of delayed Crypt Fiend opening strategy, which doesn't seem like the strategy that WFZ should be going for. All right, interesting point so far. Wow, there you go. There's that Acolyte venturing forth. We'll be throwing down a Tomb of Relics, as we are going to be getting up that crypt, training up some more ghouls, and now that ghoul making its rounds out to go ahead and do a bit of scouting as well. The front door, or well, the opening on Terranistan here, rather tight coming in from an Undead side. It's going to be difficult to get inside here. One Nerubian Tower or the upgraded Necropolis should be able to slow down any units trying to make their way in, and then, well, cause a bit of a traffic jam. You can take a look. Altar of Elders has been placed down. Still needs quite a bit of time before it will be up and ready to go, as we should be looking at a Wisp now making its way off to the north. Ghoul gonna come across here, look for perhaps this Ancient of War that is nowhere to be found. And what is this Ghoul really looking to do? You can see a second Archer is going to be trained up here, and by seeing two Archers here, well, the Ghoul knows that the timing on this Ancient of War is actually a little bit different. Ghoul now making its way back. Death Knight has made its way out. Wisp causing a little bit of a traffic jam there as the archers are trying to get some damage on this fleeing Ghoul. Alright, Wisp should be making its way across to this tavern here to try to pick up a hero. What will it be? That is the question. Goblin Alchemist has become a lot more common, but no, Beastmaster, nothing too strange or out of the ordinary. Beastmaster going to be the primary hero in this matchup. All right, already 4 archers going to be trained up here. Death Knight is actually going to have a difficult time trying to death coil archers. As you know, archers have that little bit of additional magic resistance as the Beastmaster now make its way across here, going straight for this Apprentice Wizard. Death Knight now going to make its way down into the south here, as the Death Knight could easily get in a single attack and then follow it up with a death coil to perhaps, well, take down some of these Wisp. All right, there you go. You can see the Wisp are on pretty much auto repair right there. Wisp are now trying to make its way around. Death Knight doing just harassment here, as the Death Knight is taking a little bit of piercing damage from those archers. Archers only deal 16 to 18 piercing damage per volley, so that is not that big of a concern. Meanwhile, though, Moon is still getting up more archers at this point. Gonna have 4 up to 5 archers at this stage as the skeletal minions are now ready to make a bit of a play. Back down across over here, archers are all here ready to go, trying to perhaps get a box trap ready to go here. As you can take a look, the skeletal minions or Death Knight almost. Does it get us around? Yes, it does. An archer surround straight up onto this Death Knight right here. Shadow Meld here ready to go, as it looks as though the Death Knight is going to be forced to use a Scroll of Town portal very, very early on. Meanwhile, though, Quill Beast, perhaps expecting that there are going to be ghouls, quickly sees already here ready to go. And what is going to happen? Let's take a look at this. The ghouls are going to try and finish off this one Quill Beast. Quill Beast will get taken down very, very fast as the Beastmaster tries to fight back at the other end. Quill Beast now dropped in. Ghoul's going to be making its way over. Beastmaster picks up some units as the archers are going to be forced to try and retreat right here. Archers going to go ahead and shadow meld if they are starting to get attacked here, as we could look at the rogues. Well, the units now trying to back up here once again. Ghoul taking a lot more damage. As we are taking a look, the rogue could get taken down. Are we going to perhaps see a steal there? No, there's Dust of Appearance. All the units are revealed, but a quick Wand of the Wind now keeps that Death Knight Knight from in play. All right, Death Coil is in time right there. Quill Beast now dropping in as the Quills are just raining back in all the way through. Archers are going to try to be forced to back up again as the Dust of Appearance should be coming to an end. All right, is that Dust of Appearance? Oh, Dust of Appearance, second volley now being used. Archer does get taken down, but the Death Knight has really invested a fair amount and could get a surround here. Very early surround. Quill Beast here ready to go. Death Coil onto this Archer. Archer is going to be able to Shadow Meld. No, no, it is not. And it also breaks free, allowing that Death Knight to escape. All right, another round of volleys, finishing off a Ghoul as the Tree of Knife now taking some damage. All right. Easy damage going to get destroyed here. The Archers and those Quill Beasts deal so much damage with that range damage already in play, as the units are now going to aggro and pull back even further. Beastmaster sitting at level 2 will get closer to level 3. I do not believe it will get there. These are level 4 assassins. Not quite enough to get to level 3, but will be extremely close, considering that the Death Knight has still not gotten to level 2. That Beastmaster has a bit of an advantage in terms of overall creeping. All right, let's see. Level, is it going to be enough? Oh, nope, not enough. 23 experience shy as that Tree of Life, well, nearly completed. Back off to the north, let's take a look at the upgrades. Halls of the Dead already done. We are getting up where... Nope, we don't have a Lich as of yet. We do have a Hawk keeping on tabs of that Death Knight. The Death Knight is sitting at level 2 with that Unholy Aura, able to move around slightly faster. Skeletal Minion finishes off some units there. Meanwhile, Beastmaster going to get to level 3 off of this Renegade Wizard, picks up a Scroll of the Beast, and decides to back up. Forest Troll, Shadow Priest, Forest Troll, Berserkers, in addition to those Archers. This is a very large piercing army, surprisingly, as we are getting that Ancient of Wonders, and this Tree of Life will uproot itself and now make its way over to that gold mine. Ancient of War once again absorbing a bit more damage as we're going into dual Ancients of Lore. Bears and Dryads do seem like a very good possibility, but right now there is no chance of bears as we are not yet even upgrading the Tree of Eternity. The Beastmaster picking up some useful items. Wand of Illusion, we'll see how it is used there as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest purposely pulls back to try and absorb, or, well, force that Ancient of War to take a little bit more damage, perhaps a little bit too prematurely. Too much damage absorbed by that Ancient of War, no repairs, and, well, that Forest Troll Shadow Priest perhaps bit off a little bit more than it could chew, as the Ancient of War now needs to replenish that cell count. All right, Ancient of War down to 134 hit points, cutting it a little bit closer than he would like, but that Ancient of War at least seems fine for now. Back off to the north, Death Knight looking to get to level 3. We see Crypt Fiends with Obsidian statues already out. You can take a look. Lich is already out on the field. That Obsidian statue healing up multiple ghouls and units as they are backing away. Yes, Arya? I will help you with the snack in a little bit. Okay, thank you. All right, Lich looking to back up here. Death Knight gonna go ahead and sell some items as we are looking at this expansion already getting established here. 8 minutes into this game, Night Elf with an expansion. No big surprise since Moon is the one piloting the Night Elf here, as we also see a Staff of Preservation. Staff of Preservation, very useful for those more expensive units, the Dryads, which will make their way out. Surprisingly, right now we are only looking at one Crypt Fiend coming out here, and this one Crypt Fiend, well, the Crypt Fiends are absolutely necessary at shutting down those Dryads. More Dryads are still being added up. It looks like Moon wants to build a Dryad army, as the population count shows 47 for Moon versus 41 for WFZ. Murloc Huntsmen will all get taken down here. Tome of Agility also, well, picked up there as that Beastmaster getting closer to level 5. And I am surprised by this. The Beastmaster is going to be a solo hero in this matchup. Level 4 on the Beastmaster, getting close to level 5. And this is rather odd, as the Destroyers will be able to devour magic extremely quickly and take down all of these summons. I guess the Destroyers will be able to finish off the summons, but I guess the follow-up play or the follow-up question is then going to be, is there going to be enough well, that could be the reason why there's such a heavy investment into Dryads. If you know your opponent is going to be going into a large number of Destroyers to counter your hero, once all of those, well, all of those summons are gone, the Dryads will be able to pick everything else apart. Let's take a look back down across here. You can take a look. Oh, a rogue is right here. There is another illusion absorbing up even more damage again in that front line position. Why is that Beastmaster getting away? He's going to be picking up some additional items instead from the merchant shop. Perhaps a scroll of healing. Yes, there it goes. Meanwhile, you see, well, the Ancient of War and Ancient Protector trying to protect this location here. Dryads are poking back as much as they can as the Ancient Protector will get taken down. Still no Scroll of Town Portal as of yet, as the units are now taking down here. Lich does have an Orb of Corruption, and this could tend to become a problem as the Death Knight now needs to get away. Where are they going to land? Landing back across over here, and, well, big Frost Nova right there. Quick Scroll of Healing counteracting the other way as the Beastmaster going to start throwing down some, well, finishing off all of these ghouls. The ghouls are getting picked apart by the focus fire of Moon. Moon with the sheer army of Dryads, perhaps confusing WFZ, not realizing, wait a second, now that the army is all gone, 39 supply compared to 62, this was a big shock. You saw 15 supply worth of units just drop the instant Moon was all situated and set up, as the Dryads are still looking to fight back here. Now the Obsidian statues know that there are a handful of Quill Beasts here, but at the same time, if they try to transform into destroyers, who does it really benefit, as the Dryads will be able to easily finish off all of those units. Now the Beastmaster perhaps needs to get some sort of bear unit into play. As you take a look, there was a Dark Ritual, I believe, to try and sacrifice right there. All right, more damage coming into play here. Hawk is taking a lot of damage. It was webbed down. It could get taken down there, as the Lich is now in a bit of trouble. Let's take a look at this. More focused damage coming across every which way. Dryads does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. There goes one Crypt Fiend, as the units are going to be fighting back and forth. Beastmaster still has a Health Stone and should be able to focus down some more units. As you can see, the Tinker taking down another unit there. All right, Dryads continuing to poke apart. Where are the Obsidian statues? It looks like they were already destroyed, perhaps. No, there they are, trying to be reintroduced to the army, as the Beastmaster taking a lot more damage. But wow, this army of mass Dryads becoming much more effective than I previously would have thought, as the Beastmaster still going after those Crypt Fiends. All right, another Pocket Factory being thrown down there. Goblin Tinker not going to be able to make it. Takes another spear to the back. Wow, how is that still alive? Finally gets taken down. The Dryads realizing, you know what? All of these other units, they are rather immune. The heroes have hero armor that makes them very difficult to focus down with Dryads. Let me just focus down everything else. All three heroes are up, but there's not much of an army. All right, Lich looking to go after some of these units. Lich actually in a big amount of trouble. There's a Frost Nova there. Finishes off a Archer, but then again, an army of Dryads here going to be able to focus down so many units. All right, Death Knight, Death Coil easily saving that Crypt Fiend once again. Abomination joins in on the fight. Wanda mana stealing, still stealing more mana again, as a Crypt Fiend could get taken down. There it goes. Beastmaster up to level 6, still ready to fight some more. All right, Dryads now going after the Obsidian statue. Obsidian statue cannot be slow poisoned, but it still takes the full damage from those Dryad spears. The Dryad spears, however, don't deal that much damage. 17 to 19 damage without any of that slow poison effect, as the Beastmaster is still fighting his way through. Dryad, very low on hit points, down to 103, gets stabbed to preservation away, and Moon is just trading so efficiently that WFZ has to give the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.